To start off with, we're going to need a couple of ingredients. You're going to need some soy sauce, some sort of oil, some toasted sesame oil, maple syrup, some arrowroot powder or cornstarch, some nutritional yeast, and a couple of seasonings of your choice. I'm using garlic powder and onion powder. The first step is to create our marinade. For this, grab any bowl with a lid, and to your bowl add 4 tablespoons of either soy sauce, tamari, or coconut aminos. Just use whatever you have on hand. To this, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of our toasted sesame oil and 1 tablespoon of your oil of choice. I had olive oil on hand, so that's what I'm using. But something more neutral like avocado oil would go even better in this recipe. To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And then we're just going to add a couple dashes of our seasonings. So I'm just doing a sprinkle of garlic powder and a sprinkle of onion powder into my marinade. This is a great recipe to make if you just need some sort of protein to add to your salads, wraps, rice bowl, anything you like. I like to make a big batch of this tofu at the beginning of the week, and then for the next few days I just add it to pretty much whatever I make. It can be a nice yummy quick snack, or it can be the main protein in any meal of your choice. So go ahead and give that marinade a nice whisk, and after that we're going to grab our tofu and we are going to press it using either a kitchen towel or a tofu press if you have one. Once you have gotten as much water as you can out of your tofu, go ahead and cut it up into nice little cubes, and then we're just going to add our cubes to our marinade and let it soak. For ideal results, you can even let this tofu soak in the marinade overnight. Otherwise, if you're kind of impatient, you can just let it soak for around 30 minutes, and that's pretty good. And if you're even more impatient, just give it a quick toss and cook it up. The longer you let it sit in the marinade, the more flavorful it's going to become, because the tofu is going to absorb all of that yummy liquid. But once that is all coated, you can set that to the side, and now we're going to work on our outer layer, which is going to be a crispy breading made out of equal parts of nutritional yeast and arrowroot powder. You can also use cornstarch if that's what you have on hand. So what I'm doing here is I'm just adding 2 tablespoons of arrowroot powder and 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, and then I like to use like these meal prep containers because they're like really light and made out of plastic, and it's really good to just give things a really good shake. So you're going to see me making this mixture a couple of times because I'm going to make the mixture, add in my tofu, give it a good mix, and then set it on my baking sheet, and I'm going to repeat this process a couple of times until all of my tofu is coated. By the way, I didn't introduce myself before, but welcome to my channel, Heart of Avocado. My name is Tapasia. This is not usually the kind of video I make on this channel, but I filmed this a while ago and it's a recipe I like, so I thought I would share it with you guys. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos. Now that my mixture is all mixed up, I'm just adding my tofu, and as you can see, this was kind of an impatient day for me because my tofu is looking kind of pale because I didn't let it sit in the marinade long enough. But don't be like me, marinate it for as long as you can. It's gonna turn out really good, I promise. So here you're just seeing me giving my tofu a good shake. Like I mentioned before, I just find it's the easiest way to get it coated really fast, and it's also kind of fun. Once it's coated, I'm just setting this on a baking tray, and if you have an air fryer, even better. So this process will probably take a little while, but once you're all done, you want to go ahead and pop this in the oven for a bit. I will have the exact recipe down in the description box below, along with the bake times and everything. But once you're done, this is what your tofu is going to look like. How good does this tofu look? Something I love about this recipe is that it is just so simple, so easy to make. You can switch it up by using different kinds of seasonings, and the best part is you can just use whatever you have on hand. It's a quick way to prep some protein to just have on hand for whatever you want to make. Once this tofu cools down, you can just add it to a container and it'll be good in the fridge for several days. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe, and let me know down in the comments down below if you actually end up making this. I would love to know what your thoughts are on this recipe. As usual, take care, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!